If you know me at all, you know that I'm a game show fiend. I love them. Can't get enough. There are some I like, some I don't like, some that are just meh, some that have been around way too long. I love you, Drew. And some that shouldn't have even been made in the first place. Yeah, I'm not happy about that one coming back either. Guess Joe Rogan couldn't get a job anywhere else. But then there's my new favorite, Million Dollar Mind Game. Haven't heard of it? Yeah, you probably wouldn't have. It runs on ABC on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern, and despite working at an ABC affiliate myself, I can't say as I've seen a single promo for it. My wife and I just happened to be channel surfing one Sunday and caught the first episode. I was hooked immediately. Unfortunately, at this point, the show's about to air its season finale, and given its awful time slot and zero publicity, there's a good chance it won't be back next year, or ever. So this is me, using what skill I have and any connections I can possibly employ to get this show noticed. In short, I love Million Dollar Mind Game. Million Dollar Mind Game is based on a Russian show that's been on the air for more than 30 years called What, Where, When. The elevator pitch would probably be something like, imagine Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with logic puzzles and intuitive thinking, and now put everyone in formal wear. In fact, there we go. Seems more appropriate. So what's the show actually about? Well, it works like this. A team of 6 people sit around a table and get questions from the host. They have 60 seconds to discuss the question, then the host asks the team's captain for an answer. If the answer is correct, the team then votes on whether to continue playing. To walk away from the game and take what they've won so far, every member of the team must vote to stop playing. If even one person votes to continue, everyone must continue. If the team answers their question incorrectly, they don't get the chance to vote to stop playing and must continue. After 4 incorrect answers, the team leaves the game with nothing. There is help. Any member of the team, after the captain answers, can elect for another 30 seconds of discussion, swap the question out for another, or simply change the answer the team's captain gave if they believe they have a better idea. Each of those helps can only be used once during the course of the game. So that's the mechanics. Big whoop. Nothing too out of the ordinary, right? The helps are like millionaires' lifelines. Having a team working toward the goal is like greed. So what's the hook? Why do I love this show so much? And more importantly, why isn't it getting primetime play? It's the questions, people. Instead of asking about one or more Kardashians, what number President Herbert Hoover was, or which newfangled website the young folks are using nowadays, these questions are more like logic puzzles. Though general knowledge helps now and then, most questions on the show can be solved by simply tapping your noodle and sussing out the wordplay. I've heard it described as the kind of game show the Riddler would produce, were he able. Here's one example taken directly from the show. Think about it for just a minute. I'll wait.
In 1971, a golfer found his outfit to be a bit restricting, so he decided to try swinging his club with one hand. By all accounts, the ball travelled over 200 yards. Not bad for an amateur. What was this man's profession? Your 60 seconds start now.
You got it? Well, I didn't when this episode first aired, and neither did the team on the show. Maybe the host can help us out.
1971, think about the year. Did anything significant happen in 1971?
Yeah, I know, I got it.
Chad, you got it?
Yep. Yeah. Astronaut.
That's right. Chad, the correct answer was astronaut.
Whew. My mind is blown. Brilliant, right? Okay, here's another.
This phrase describes a risky way to save money. Although neither Homer Simpson nor a penguin could physically get one if they tried. What is the phrase? Your 60 seconds start now. What's a way of getting something without paying for it?
Stealing?
And what do neither Homer Simpson or a penguin have?
5 fingers.
5-finger discount.
5-finger discount.
5-finger discount is the correct answer.
Awesome. The questions on Million Dollar Mind Game are so universal that anyone can solve them. That's the beauty of the format. You don't have to be a history major or a pop culture devotee to divine the answer the writers are looking for. It's a great play-along sort of game, and that's where a lot of today's game show offerings fall short. I mean, Millionaire and Jeopardy are fine as quiz shows, but unless you know the exact answers the writers are looking for, you'll hit a brick wall at some point in the game. It's not that you're not smart enough to figure out the answer, it's that you just don't know, if that makes any sense. These questions take more than a Google search to solve. They take brains. So you know how at the top of the video I mentioned the weird time slot and non-existent publicity for the show? I did a little digging on industry news sites and blogs, and it turns out Million Dollar Mind Game was shot in the summer of 2010. The network had been sitting on the footage for a year and a half before it ever saw a broadcast. It was originally supposed to air last year, but ABC nixed that in favor of Skating with the Stars. Remember that? Yeah, me neither. It seems the only reason the show made it to air at all was the NBA strike. Sunday's usually when ABC would air some high-profile ball game, and with that time slot empty, they had to rush to fill it. So they pulled something out of their archives and blessed us with this great show that no one is watching. So my purpose in making this video has been a call to action. Everyone watching this, yes, you, make sure to catch the season finale of Million Dollar Mind Game this Sunday, November 27th at 4 p.m. Eastern on ABC. You can even check out full episodes that have been posted here on YouTube. And if you agree with me that it's an amazing show that deserves to return next year, please let ABC know at the web address in the More Info section below. Alright, one last question before the video's over. Think you can solve it before the team does? Good luck.
To succeed in this job, professionals need to think inside the box and make the invisible visible, according to a famous one. They pull on ropes and deal with strong winds, but you won't hear them complain about it. Who are they? Your 60 seconds start now.
What is the question?
Mimes.
Yeah.
They're inside the box.
Oh, wow.
They are
Okay.
quiet, they're silent.
Okay,
They've
we're banking the
they've
mind,
got the
for
ropes.
sure.